Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your game bastard, Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah.
This is our G.I. Joe Christmas special.
Yeah, we're back with the Joe team.
Yeah, it's going to be great. This is a one-shot, and next week we're going to have a totally different game.
Let's not say what it is because we keep changing our fucking mind.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, we've already completely changed. I know we said a couple weeks ago we're playing this and this, and we've already
We've already shot down at least one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But G.I. Joe was definitely one of our favorites. I think it was pretty popular amongst you listeners as well, but probably our favorite.
Yeah.
From
definitely.
2022, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up on the list.
I mean, who knows? After this episode, we could transition into a poker podcast, and just Texas Hold'em with the bastards.
Riveting audio.
Yeah.
I'm fucking down.
Anyway, Todd, who are you playing in G.I. Joe?
My name is Barge Hog. I'm the civilian on the Joe team. I also work on a boat. 30 days on, 30 days off.
Sure.
And,
Are you getting to spend Christmas at home this year, Barge Hog?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm spending Christmas at home. I told them, they were like, you know what? We might need you to work on Christmas, Barge Hog. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going home to celebrate the birth of the king. And by king, I mean Jerry Lawler.
Also, I suspect you're not going to be home for Christmas.
Also, Corey is correct.
Judging by the twinkle in Kyle's eye.
Corey, who are you playing?
I'm playing Lizard Lips. He's a ninja. He's from Bangor, Maine.
Yeah.
Salt of the earth, but he will cut your face off.
Few people realize 3% of all ninjas come from Maine.
It's true. It's true. No, not Bangor though. Mostly Portland or
Oh yeah, I mean it's all
Buxton.
Portland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Chamber of Commerce flyers that they send out.
Austin, who's your character?
Well, I'm Heretic, a sniper ranger.
Predator.
Yeah, we changed that to sniper.
So if you listen to our previous G.I. Joe episodes, that all took place in the Arctic, fighting Cobra.
I recommend it because it is rollicking fun.
It is.
You don't have to listen to those episodes for this one to make sense. This is a pretty standard G.I. Joe
No,
versus
fucking
Cobra
do
adventure.
it. Listen, do what we fucking tell you and listen to the goddamn story. It was fun, and we stab people in snow.
We're
Yeah.
probably going to make callbacks, so fucking tune in.
Yeah,
I was
cold
going to
killing.
say, it will probably be funnier if you do go back and listen to those G.I. Joe episodes.
It's been a while since we played this. Kyle, can you give us a quick rule update?
Absolutely.
Just
so,
for the audience's benefit, not ours.
We've still got our
Obviously.
we still got our old character sheets.
We do.
So if you're not familiar with what we're playing the G.I. Joe role-playing game from Renegade. This came out, I think, last year, 2022. The way the system works, this is a D20 system. On any skill roll, the players will roll a D20 plus a skill die. The skill die is whatever relevant. It's relevant to their skill. So, for example, Todd, what is your drive skill die?
Barge Hog is D4 in driving.
So if Barge Hog is going to drive a car,
Yes.
Todd would roll a D20 and a D4. He takes the results of those, adds them together, and he's trying to get over a difficulty number. If he says, Kyle, I want to ramp this motorcycle up the back of a cargo plane, I might say, okay, that's difficulty 15. And he rolls. If he gets over 15, he does it. If not, he fails. There's some changes. There's some ways the rules modify that based on what the characters are. But that's the core of it.
Yeah, there's 4 main skill sets, and then there's a bunch of other skills underneath those.
Yeah.
Like drive's under speed, but also finesse, infiltration is under speed.
Yeah. If you're digging into the system for the first time, it's known as the essence system. All of our skills basically branch off of 4 basic essences.
Yeah. So that'd be strength, speed, smarts, and social. And I believe this is the system they use for Transformers and Power Rangers. Maybe some other of their RPGs. Those are the main ones I'm familiar with. But if you want a more extended rules discussion, again, go back to the other episodes previously. We get way more into it.
And session 0 for that series is also on the Patreon.
That's right.
And we have story points, too, that we can use to modify rolls or change things.
Very important. Story points. Players can gain a story point they start each session with 1, but they can get story points when they fumble, if they use one of their hang-ups, or if they do something really cool, I can give them 1.
Are we keeping our story points from the previous adventure? Because I still have some marked down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same character. And they can use a story point. They can reroll any die that results in a 1. They can just say, I want to spend a story point, reroll that 1. They can roll a skill as if specialized, which is big. They can add some defenses.
Specialized is basically like advantage, right? You roll 2 d20s, is that correct?
That is with I think actually with an advantage. Rolling specialized is you roll every die in your skill level. So if I have, say for example, I have a targeting of D6. So if I'm shooting with some, like a sniper rifle, which I'm specialized in, I get to roll not only the D6 along with my D20, but I can roll the D4 and a D2 along with them.
That's right.
So what you're
See,
thinking
I'm
of...
glad we did this.
Yeah, what you're thinking of with advantage, Corey, is called an edge.
Edge, and then the snag is disadvantage. Got it.
That's right. That's the long and short of it. So let's get into a damn fine Christmas.
Yay.
Huzzah.
Nevada, the United States of America. December. Heretic and Lizard Lips are at the pit. The pit, in case you don't know, is G.I. Joe's secret headquarters buried beneath the Nevada desert. It's a huge subterranean complex. It's where all the Joes hang out and train. For some godforsaken reason, in the G.I. Joe movie, for which we will never mention again, they put it in the Sahara, which is where Cobra's supposed to be. That was a stupid move. So this is Barge Hog's... He's been on his 30 days off, right? He's been on the boat.
Yeah.
Not with G.I. Joe. But that's about to change, because Barge Hog was supposed to arrive yesterday. He didn't show up at the pit. Turns out, unfortunately, his flight was diverted into Las Vegas International, and one thing led to another. And right now, Barge Hog is in the custody of the Las Vegas Police Department.
Oh, shit.
For, well, just let your imagination run wild. So Flint dispatched Lizard Lips and Heretic to go get him. They took an APC, an amphibious personnel character, out of the pit inventory.
To pick him up from jail?
This is G.I. Joe.
Okay.
Drove to the LVPD drunk tank. Not the first time the Las Vegas Police Department has rolled a Joe out of the Bellagio's fountain. And by a Joe, I mean Barge Hog.
Yeah.
So you guys get a soaking wet Barge Hog into the APC. You head out of Nevada.
Hey, man, they told me the damn hotel had a pool.
You're heading down, I think it's I-11 is the interstate. Back to the pit. It's a cool day, December.
Seatbelts.
Of course you're driving safely.
Yes.
And that's our adventure.
So who's driving, actually?
Well, it can't be Barge Hog.
Well, he's hungover. He's not,
Yeah, but we've all drove hungover sometimes where you're still fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Like you slept 8 hours, everything, but you are still hammered.
So, Corey, do you have any driving at all?
No.
I don't either. All right, Barge Hog, your payback for us having to come and pick your drunk ass up is you're driving back home.
Oh, God.
All right, just give me the damn keys. Get in there. Hey, look, man, I'm going to tell you, Las Vegas is a fucking scam. All right. I mean, I went in there. I stayed at that goddamn Bellagio hotel and everything, and I was down there. I was just drinking. I started out with Bud Light, okay, like I always do, and then I transitioned over into whiskey. Had a little Jack Daniels, had a little Jim Beam. I call it Jack and Jim. I like to mix them together with a little Coca-Cola. Then,
Yes.
I found a dude who had a treat. Anyway,
Tell us more.
yeah,
I'm fine.
let's just say after a couple of rails in the bathroom, I came back out, had a couple of Long Island teas, and you know what? Don't give me no shit because that's a lot of alcohol in that damn drink. It ain't a girly drink. They say it's a girly drink. Fuck that. It'll get your shit fucked up.
Oh,
all
I
right?
know it. That's my favorite drink.
All right, and then the casino got all fucking weird because I was trying to play the slots and everything, and they don't like bolt those fucking arms on there good enough, and I like ripped the fucking arm off the slot machine. They kicked me out of the goddamn casino, and I just wanted to go for a swim, and that's how I ended up here. Next thing I know, cops are like telling me that I'm swimming in a fountain. I'm like, God damn it, I paid for a room at this fucking hotel, and they said there was a pool.
Flashback to a naked Barge Hog swinging a slot machine arm at a bunch of cops.
I like a nice hard cider.
So this conversation occurs as you guys are rolling down the interstate. Barge Hog is still, he's not soaking wet, but his clothes are still that damp that just lasts for hours after you've foolishly thrown them into a fountain in front of a hotel. And there's this roar as a cargo jet flying way too low and way too fast comes flying down the highway above you guys, and on its belly is a familiar red insignia.
Is that a rattler?
It's not a rattler. It's a big Cobra cargo jet rolling down the just above the highway, flying fast, low, straight towards the Hoover Dam.
Yes.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to shower down on that gas, and I'm going to crank up the radio. I hope you fellas don't mind a heavy metal Christmas.
Punch it, Barge Hog. That sure as shit wasn't Santa.
That's fine. Just keep it under the speed limit. Not only for safety, but for the engine life. And the wear on your tires.
So,
I'm a ninja.
Barge Hog guns it. The APC starts flying down the highway, driving after this jet. You see the jet in the distance. The bay doors on the back lowers down. There's the ramp corporal. And you see a bunch of figures in black and gold armor just start jumping out of the back of this plane without parachutes and just slamming into the highway.
Oh, Lord.
Cars are careening out of control. There's dust flying up. The jet is slowing down, and you get closer, and then one of these figures is tumbling through the air, slams straight into the hood of the APC. Of course, Barge Hog does not stop. You guys are looking at this body on the front of the truck. The head lifts up and looks at you. It's a battle android trooper.
Quick, turn on the wipers.
And we're in initiative. Do you guys remember how initiative works?
Absolutely not.
So initiative is a skill, just like anything else under speed.
Yeah, so everybody roll your initiative.
Lizard Lips got a 17.
Heretic rolled a 6.
Barge Hog rolled a 10.
Well, the bat rolled a 2. Oh, Todd, here's the stats for the amphibious personnel carrier.
Cool.
So the battle android trooper are Cobra's robot soldiers. They wear black and gold uniforms. They have these vaguely Grecian heads, like with a T faceplate, and
They're kind of Mandalorian.
yeah, kind of
Like with just wider visors, which
Yeah.
makes sense. How did the Mandalorian see? Oh, come on. Major flaw, Star Wars.
The other significant component of the battle android troopers is their right arm is detachable, and they can have various components. So this one has the flamethrower attachment. You guys see that light up.
Oh, good lord.
But Lizard Lips, it's your turn. Barge Hog is exceeding the speed limit, by the way.
Hey, Barge Hog, why don't you take the pedal off the metal, put the pedal on some Pat Boone?
Pat Boone did a heavy metal album back in the 90s. He did.
Yes,
he
he's
did.
a Grammy-winning metal artist.
Yep, he did a song with Alice Cooper and a bunch of other heavy metal fellers.
Well, anyway, I'm going to stab for a moment. Excuse me. We can have this conversation later. I'm quite upset at these robots.
So you guys are in the amphibious personnel carrier, which is this big, giant Joe dump truck looking thing with a turret on top. And you guys are in the cab, of course, which is very spacious. And the bat is on the front, claws embedded in the hood.
Don't worry about this, fellas. I used to do a little bit of driver's ed teaching back in Maine on the side. I'll take care of this robot. So,
That tracks.
Lizard Lips is going to join the robot on the hood
I assumed.
in a ninja way.
Right.
He's qualified as a driver's ed teacher and a ninja. He's qualified to do this in a moving vehicle.
Sure.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about this before, but also in this game, there's the loadout where you get equipment beforehand, weapons, and what have you.
Grenades, missiles.
Guitars.
So one thing Lizard Lips brought along is a traditional ninja weapon. Going to use my Tekko Kage. And these are
Your what?
they're like those ninja claws you can wear on the top of your hand. They're kind of Wolverine-ish, but they're also like more like a rake, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also look like what you use to pull pork apart on your
Yeah.
on your pork
essentially what
shoulder.
they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, but murderous.
Yeah.
So he leaps to the hood of the car to join the bat. With one Tekko Kage, he grabs the flamethrower arm or attempts to stick the Tekko Kage into the flamethrower arm.
Okay.
And with the other one, he tries to yank his head back. His intention is to pull the flamethrower arm up to his own head to blast himself with flame.
The bat's head.
The bat, yeah, not lizard lips. No.
Okay, I thought that would have been a different strategy.
No.
Meanwhile, Barge Hog is telling Heretic about his Vegas trip. He's like, man, I tell you what, they got all kinds of slot machines in there now. They got them based on TV shows. They got like a Wheel of Fortune. I seen the WWE one there. Hell, they even had a Pokemon one, and I think I saw one that was based on One Tree Hill. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Do they have the Waltons?
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole time Barge Hog was doing that, we just see the bat and Lizard Lips fighting back and forth over the hood, doing flips. There's like gouts of flame into the air.
John Boy's a fine young man, yes.
Cars careening off the interstate, slamming into bridge embankments, and so the bat is obviously going to attempt to resist this.
Sure.
Its toughness is 19.
Okay.
Now, I would say Barge Hog could assist you on this with driving. That adds an edge versus the target, or you can shift a skill when you have equal or more levels.
Well, what am I using here? Is this might?
Yep.
Like trying to punch somebody or anything like that?
Generally, yes.
Okay, that's under my strength. I'm an expert. I have a D8 in might. So I'm rolling a D20 and a D8.
Yeah, now you're getting assistance from Barge Hog.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
So that gives you an edge.
Okay, so that's 2 D20 and a D8 then. And what's the difficulty?
19.
23.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, hey, did you roll the max on your skill die?
8 on an 8-sided die.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Thanks. What's that do again, Kyle?
So the crits can apply an additional effect, essentially, which one of those can be additional damage.
Oh, I choose. Yes.
So the flamethrower will do double damage. So the flamethrower goes off and just there's this huge burst of flame into the air, partially into the air because the bat's head impeded part of the stream, and now it is on fire, attached to the front of the APC. I'm going to make it roll to see if it can maintain its position on the vehicle.
Hey, Heretic, you ever see that Cirque du Soleil? It's fucking cool, man. It's like the goddamn WWE if everybody was skinny, French, and on Molly.
So he rolled a 10. So the bat goes tumbling off the front of the APC, and there's a
whoa,
bounce and a
whoa.
crunch.
Well, Lizard Lips, using one of his free action because he has many, safely guides the carcass, robot carcass, off the chassis into a ditch, and then using another free action, he gets back in his seat. Using another free action, puts his seatbelt on, and uses another final free action to send a message to the Nevada Highway Patrol to let them know there is debris on the side of the road.
Yeah, so there are still bats falling from the sky. You hear a couple of thuds in the back of the APC, the troop carrying compartment.
Okay, I don't have that many free actions.
You also see a handful ahead of you standing up on the interstate, pointing rifles in your direction. Todd, it is Barge Hog's turn. There's bats in the back of the truck. There's bats on the highway in front of you.
Looks like I'm just gonna put the pedal to the metal and try to run these assholes over.
Okay, so you use the ram, I assume?
Yes.
There's certainly a number of targets to choose from. Roll your drive.
That is a D4. So I'm rolling a D4 and a D20. That's an 8. Not good.
Well, you're hammered.
So Barge Hog gets a bit indecisive. He decides to cross the median to try to get one in the far lane,
Oh, no, never do that.
but it gets hit by a Honda. So he swerves back
Oh.
into the eastbound lane to try to get another one, but it scurries out of the way, shooting at a couple of Priuses.
Quick question, guys. This amphibious personnel carrier got a supply of Pedialyte.
I don't know about that, but I'm giving you a C.
Austin, it's your turn.
Check the glove compartment, Barge Hog. And Heretic starts to climb through the back of the APC up into the little crow's nest of the vehicle containing the, I believe it's a 70 millimeter cannon.
105 millimeters.
There's a crow's nest on it? It's like a sailing vessel?
It's a turret on top of the APC with a big cannon on it.
So, yeah, Barge Hog gets up in the cannon compartment, takes aim at... Did you say there were some that landed on the additional ones that landed on the vehicle?
Yeah, so the APC is half amphibious personnel carrier, but it has like a tarp covered back like the trucks from World War II.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And you can see holes in the back of that.
Like things Indiana Jones likes to attack.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
gotcha.
Yeah. So I can't see any of them?
Well, no, they fell in the bed and it's not their turn yet. You also couldn't turn the gun on them anyway. Cool. But there's definitely two bats that are turning their guns in your direction from further ahead.
On the road? All right. So Heretic's going to aim for them.
Alrighty.
So I assume that's going to be a targeting roll?
Yeah, and I think Todd can confirm the recoilless 105 millimeter should have blast on it.
Yes, it has blast.
All right. So I'm going to take a free action to take aim. And that's
Okay.
going to upshift me from a D6 to a D8.
Ooh.
Well, that's a 23.
That definitely hits.
So, Kyle, I'm assuming the 105 millimeter cannon still does 1 sharp damage.
Rules is written, yes.
Jesus.
Are there any effects that would make it...
This is the Bastard Quest modification. So Heretic fires off a few quick rounds from the 105. Explosions shattering the highway. One of the bats is blown into pieces. Another one of your shots hits a Nevada State Police car that's been wrecked, and its fuel tank explodes, and the door cuts the other bat in half. This is the cinematic version of the Essence system.
I see.
It's better.
So the two bats in the back of the truck, you can hear them clambering around. One of them starts crawling up out of the roof, leveling a rifle at Lizard Lips.
Is this an arm rifle, I assume?
No, this is just an actual assault rifle.
Well.
They have those as well. And they have a D12 targeting.
Yeah, well, we have a
Jesus.
Barge Hog.
Yeah, bats are threat level 5. But if you roll a 1, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm going to use the bat story point because I rolled an 8. So 17 plus 8. So, Corey, that's going to hit whatever you have. I don't know what your evasion or toughness
It's
are.
19.
Yeah. So that's going to be, let's see, 14 sharp damage. No. Yeah.
Seriously doubt it.
No, it's 1 sharp damage. So it riddles the cab with rifle fire. You take 1 damage.
Well, I have a max of 2.
Oh, do you still? Your health has not gone up?
No.
Okay, so you are at. It perforates your lungs and your colon.
Ah, damn. What a macaroon.
And the other is shooting at Heretic.
Ugh.
19? Does a 19 hit your toughness?
Yes, that beats both my toughness and evasion.
It pops up through the top of the canopy, shoots you in the turret. You take 1 damage. Out of how many?
3.
Wow, you're, what, 50% more tough than Lizard Lips?
Yeah.
Todd, how many health do you have?
Like 18.
Barge Hog is currently sitting at a 7 health.
2, 3, and
Good
7.
Lord.
Even after being in jail.
I even hung the fuck over.
God.
And we're back to the top. Lizard Lips turn.
Well, Lizard Lips is upset for a myriad of reasons. What would you say? My colon got shot? Is that right?
Yeah.
He's also upset. He was ready to get back. He had to leave before feeding his pet.
What's your pet?
Well, Lizard Lips has a pet lobster. Actually, he has 2 pet lobsters.
I didn't know what it was going to be, but I know it would be stupid.
Yeah. It's the state pet of Maine.
I was thinking chinchilla.
Yes. 2 of them at home. One of them's name is Claude. That's Claude with a W.
What's the other one's name?
Bronson Pinchot. Because he's a pincher.
One of the bats throws himself into traffic just to get away.
There's another text coming to the fine men and women of the Highway Patrol.
No, it's your turn, Corey.
So there's 2 of them back there, right? Shooting
There's
at
2
us.
of them, yeah, hanging on, clambering around the back of the vehicle, shooting at you guys.
And is there anything else in the back of the vehicle they're in?
No, just there's seats in the back, benches in the back for Joe's, but you guys didn't have any gear. You weren't anticipating combat. Okay. Of course, if you want to spend a story point, there could be stuff in the back.
And how close together are they?
I mean, they're both in the back of the APC, so within 5 or 6 feet of each other.
Okay. Lizard Lips is going to throw an EMP grenade.
Nice. So that'd be targeting.
And I'm going to aim for once. I rarely get to do this as Lizard Lips because he's an up-close and personal murderer.
Okay.
What's it look like when Lizard Lips takes aim?
Well, Lizard Lips likes to emulate one of his heroes. That's old Bill Swift, famous major league pitcher from the
Great call his shot.
great state of Maine. No, but he always doffs his cap.
Sure.
I'm not wearing a cap, but I mime it.
Does he have this ridiculous wind up and throw it underhanded?
No, he was a pitcher. I believe he played for the Rockies. He's a famous Mainer.
Okay.
There's only 4.
And one of them is fictional Lizard Lips.
All right, roll your targeting.
Okay, my targeting's D2. What am I going for here, Kyle?
Their evasion is 18.
Jesus.
Lord.
These guys are tough.
Well, hang on. If you take aim, you get to upshift 1.
Oh, okay. You're right. So it's a D4.
Ooh.
Yeah. What a barn burner. That is an 18 exactly, Kyle Davis. Hey.
See, if I was a bastard, I would spend a story point as the GM to increase their defenses by 1. But I'm not going to do that.
But you're a big Bill Swift fan.
That's huge, Bill Swift fan. We see Lizard Lips duck out of the cabin and toss something, and there's this thunk, 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 and the bats look down at their feet. Beep, beep. And we see an outside shot of the APC as they're both, one's blown out the right and one's blown out the left side of the canopy.
It's like that. It's like the Boba Fett bomb.
One keeps going and slams to the side of a semi going down the highway.
I didn't mean to do that, sir. I'm sorry. Gosh, dang it.
So you guys have passed through most of the bats. The cargo plane is getting lower and lower. You're approaching the bridge that spans the Colorado River. To your left, you can see the Hoover Dam rising in its majestic American majesty. And a figure in a red suit in the cargo plane passenger door leans out. He has a black helmet. Ho, 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 G.I. Joes! It's Major Blood.
Oh, shit.
And he has a package wrapped up with a bow on it. And he throws it down, and you see it hit the bridge in front of where you're going. And it explodes and blows a huge span out of the bridge.
So Major Blood, doesn't he have like a cool eye patch and all that stuff?
Yeah, he has an eye patch, a scar, a robot arm.
Hell yeah.
I want to say his figure came with maybe a Luger or something.
What the fuck? That's lame compared to all the other shit.
Well, he was one of the... Well, I mean, you got to think, in the early 80s, the Luger was this super cool gun.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we all talked about it. I know you're younger
Yeah.
than us, but yeah.
Yeah, like if you had a friend and he was really cool, you'd be like, dude's a Luger.
I mean, Lex Luger. He didn't name himself Lex PP1 or
You
whatever
guys are not
James
convincing
Bond.
me that this was real at all.
So Major Blood throws this package. It blows out a huge span of the bridge. The APC is still careening towards it. Todd, would you like to make a driving test for me? Or you can choose to careen over the edge.
No, Barge Hog's going to do a driving test. He's going to try to Smokey and the Bandit that thing right over where it blew up.
Okay. Difficulty 20.
Hey, y'all hang on. I ain't going to slow down.
All right. So your driving is a D4, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I believe in you.
Can I aim?
Can he upshift? The bridge is bigger.
Sure.
Oh, hey, a free action is pushing yourself. I'm going to push myself.
All right. Okay.
So that gives me a D6.
Yeah, and then you could spend a story point to specialize.
I'm going to do that because I have 2 story points. So now that I'm specialized, I get to also roll a D2 and a D4, correct?
Well, and a D6, yeah.
So, Kyle, can I spend a story point? One thing you can do with story points is temporary access to minor gear in a scene.
Yes.
I would like to do that if I can.
Okay.
So, in the back of the truck, Lizard Lips brought along a couple of yoga wedges. You know what I'm talking about? Because he knew Barge Hog. He's been with Barge Hog for a while. He
Sure.
knows. So he's
A yoga wedge?
quite a fair yogi. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a wedge you lay on.
They look like ramps.
They totally look like ramps.
Okay.
So he knew what Barge Hog was going to need a little some stretching, perhaps a little acupuncture with a katana.
Okay.
Yeah, so my goal here is I want to grab those out of the back of the truck and throw them in front of the moving vehicle to ramp us off.
Okay, sure. That could give him an edge.
Okay.
Spend your stupid point.
I think it's great.
So if I have an edge, that's 2d20.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're rolling 2d20, a d2, a d4, and a d6.
Yes.
All right.
Difficulty 20.
And- yeah.
That's a 13.
Ow.
Wait, did you roll 1 on one of those D20s?
Yes.
You can spend a story point to re-roll that.
Nice, Corey.
All right.
Good fucking call.
This is my last story point, so I'm going to re-roll this d20. Oh, that's a 15. Shit, it's a 19.
Ah, damn it. Kyle,
Yes.
considering we're dodging an explosive and certain danger,
Yeah.
would this be considered like defensive driving?
Maybe. Depending on what the rest of the words coming out of your mouth are.
Well, if we spend another story point, we can add +1 to our defense.
Yeah, after the roll.
No. Valiant effort. So if you'd stuck with the 13, the APC was going to fall into the Colorado River.
Oh.
But since you got a 19, it's this beautiful arc into the air. The APC sailing, bits of bat still clinging to parts of it. And it's going to be perfect. And then the front drops precipitously. And the APC slams into the other side of the bridge, and it flips up almost vertical. And there's that moment of equilibrium where it's standing almost straight up in the air, and you guys are all braced, and you have a moment. It's going to fall backwards and go into the river. That's going to happen.
Oh.
But you have a moment, one round, where you can get out.
Okay.
And leap onto the far side.
All right, everybody out. What do we roll?
Athletics.
Shit.
Difficulty 5.
Oh.
Kyle, can I use acrobatics in this situation?
Yeah, you're a ninja.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Of course.
If there's anybody that can fuck this up.
Okay, I have a D12 in acrobatics.
Holy
Lord.
shit.
Well, good luck.
I have a D4 in athletics, so let's see how this goes.
Barge Hog has a d2.
All right, here we go.
Lizard Lips got a 22.
Heretic rolled a 9.
Barge Hog got a 13.
So you guys tumble out, grab your weapons. There's the wrenching sound of bending and tearing metals. The APC tumbles backwards to smash into the top of the Colorado River and slowly sink.
You know, I really thought that amphibious was Latin for can float.
So on the far end of the bridge, the side you just reached, the cargo jet crash lands, skids across the interstate, and comes to a stop. Explosive panels blow out part of the fuselage, and Major Blood, crudely dressed as Santa, and a squad of Vipers go running out via an access way towards the dam.
All right, so are we still in initiative here?
No.
Okay. Heretic's going to immediately drop to a prone stance and pull out his sniper rifle.
Okay.
What I want to do is wait until one of the surrounding Vipers crosses over my field of vision, where I can aim for both Blood and a Viper at the same time, and fire.
Okay.
All right, so I'm taking aim, so that upshifts me to a D8. I'm also firing a sniper rifle, which falls under my specialty, so I can roll specialized.
Yeah, so Major Blood and the Vipers are shooting their guns into the air, running down this access ramp, which is crowded with tourists and Hoover Dam personnel. Roll your attack.
I like how they're shooting their guns in the air like they're at a Cosa Nostra wedding or some shit in Sicily.
I rolled a total of an 11.
Perhaps Major Blood has some supernatural awareness. You see him turn and grab a civilian and drag them in front of himself. And through his scope, Heretic sees the name tag. Mary Hill.
Oh, no.
And he says, "Oh no," as his bullet splatters her brains all over Major Blood's armor.
Thank you, Mary Hill, Patreon subscriber. We
Blood
appreciate your generosity.
tosses the corpse over the edge of the access way and flips you off. And he and the Vipers disappear into a door going into the Hoover Dam superstructure. The three of you give chase, running past the fresh blood splatter on the walkway. And you run down. It's pretty easy to follow the path of chaos through the Hoover Dam. Bullet holes in the walls, fleeing civilians.
Lizard Lips grabs Mary's purse on the way in and is kind of rifling through it as he's giving chase, and then realizes she was a single mother. Just trying to make fucking ends meet, Austin.
I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of the Hoover Dam, but
it's beautiful. Stops the hell out of some water. I know that much.
The generator deck in the depths of it, where it's long line of turbines, and there's the balconies on either side. You guys come out on one of those balconies, and down below on the generator deck, you can see the Vipers are placing charges around turbines. Major Blood has another hostage that he's got in a headlock, and he's shouting orders at the Vipers. And we're back in initiative. We're not going to roll again. You guys are just going to keep your save, and they'll keep the bat spot.
Okay.
So, Corey, Lizard Lips.
So, how far away are we from the...
You guys are on a balcony, and this is a huge room, easily a couple football fields in length, and they're at least 40 feet below you.
Okay, and how many troopers are there again?
There's roughly a dozen Vipers spread out across
Jesus.
the room.
So I'm assuming these explosives are all chained together, and most likely in a Cobra way, there's one person holding the detonator.
Who would that be?
Well, it ain't Mary.
Indeed, you can see a detonator. He's not holding it. It's on his belt. It's on Major Blood's belt.
Can I try to shoot it off with my bow?
Corey, this is G.I. Joe.
I wish you would.
Okay, thank you.
Of course you can.
God damn it, I only want to play this game. I want to quit my job, everything. Okay, I do that. Is this
Well, Corey, this is America. If you just cut out Starbucks, you can probably live off our Patreon money.
Yeah, that's true.
If I learned anything from the internet, it's coffee is just ruined people's...
God, I'm still living off that $1,200 we got from COVID. Yeah, it's a good country. Okay, so is this my targeting?
So to hit that, let's see. Major Blood's evasion is 23.
Oh, shit.
So how far away is Major Blood from us right now?
He's about 100 feet away, given the depth and where he's standing in the room.
I may forego the shoot off the detonator with a bow.
I start to say, I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're a sniper.
Yeah, because you know what I didn't do, guys? On that last shot, I went prone and didn't upshift for it.
Well, there you go. So Lizard Lips is going to swan dive off the balcony.
Okay.
And because they're all on the ground, right?
They are.
Okay. He's going to try to make up some space and run towards Major Blood. If there's a Cobra Trooper in his way, he's getting chickadeed.
Yeah, there's at least 3 in your way.
All right, heading down that way.
Yeah, so you can just roll your attack.
Okay.
I'm treating these Vipers as one group, so
Okay.
not really worried about individual members.
Okay, I'm going to come at them with Chickadee, my katana,
Sure.
which is a finesse roll. So that's a D4.
So the Vipers are evasion 12.
All right. This one's for all the fine men and women that work in our hydroelectric field. That's a 13.
That's sufficient.
Okay.
Nice.
Chickadee is deadly, meaning it does 2 sharp damage.
Okay, so that'll take care of 2 of the Vipers. Do you want to describe that?
Yeah, sure. So when Lizard Lips lands, he tumbles to the ground in a beautiful roll, comes up next to these 2 knuckleheads, and basically grabs them and smushes them together.
The head bash.
Yeah, sorta. As they're together, he pulls Chickadee from its sheath, from its nest, actually, and
Fuck you.
shoves it underneath them between their legs and brings it up, slicing them both long ways in half.
Okay.
One of them yells, "This is uncomfortable!" Then there's a fountain of blood.
Yeah.
Barge Hog.
Just a heads up to you other Vipers. If you think that was nasty, my friend here, he gets naked when he fights. And he's much angrier.
Barge Hog uses a free action to undress.
Oh, no.
At the very least, lose his shirt.
Yeah,
Right.
It's probably warm down there with all those turbines. He's going to sweat it out.
It's very comfortable.
He should get an upshift for that.
Sweat out that hangover.
When Barge Hog is sober, he gets an upshift.
Barge Hog is going to reach down into his clothes, which are now on the ground beside him, and pull out a frag grenade.
Ooh.
Of course.
My targeting is a D4, but I am going to aim before I throw this frag grenade. So that'll bump me up to a D6.
I picture he like licks a thumb and holds it out in front of his eye.
Yeah.
For sure he does.
He does the full pitcher's mound routine.
Ah, yes, like Bill Swift.
Uses his underwear to catch the wind.
Just holds it up. That is an 18.
Ooh.
Did you roll a 6 on the D6?
I did.
It's a crit. Though.
That's a crit.
So that's 3 total damage then. So that's going to take out 3 Vipers.
Barge Hog takes aim. He pulls the pin on the flag grenade and rears back.
It's a flag grenade.
Did I say flag?
Frag.
The frag grenade.
This is for our friends in the Pride community.
It's got rainbow colors on it.
I'm a redneck, but I ain't ignorant.
That's right. Barge Hog winds up. He throws it. The grenade lands at the feet of 3 of the Vipers. The last thing they see is a naked Barge Hog giving them double fingers. Laughing hysterically before the frag grenade goes off and basically disintegrate. Their arms and legs fly in every direction.
Okay.
You know, it's just, yeah.
They expire.
Just, Viper body parts raining down into the water below.
Austin? There's been a great deal of bloodshed.
Yeah.
So Heretic's hoping to redeem himself.
The bad thing is these fellas were making time and a half working on Christmas.
Heretic is down prone with the sniper rifle, and he's looking to shoot off that detonator at Major Blood's hip.
Okay.
So I'm prone, so that's 1 upshift.
Yeah.
I'm taking aim, that's 2. And I've got my sniper rifle again, so I'm rolling specialized.
Okay.
Let's just hope I can roll.
Remember
fucking
to
right.
do those things you just said.
Yes.
Do all the things.
So I'm rolling a D10 down.
Major Blood's evasion is 23.
Jeez.
I rolled an 18.
Ah.
Heretic opens fire on Major Blood. Sniper rounds start landing, cracking the concrete above Major Blood's head. One bounces off his helmet. Ah! He grabs his hostage, throws the hostage down, and gets into cover behind one of the turbine power plants.
All right, so that hostage is free at least.
No. Major Blood grabs the hostage, pulls him to his feet. You see a gun pointed at the hostage's head. Major Blood, tell them your name! The hostage said, Eric Daniels, sir. Good. And then
Oh, God.
the gun disappears, and you can't see Major Blood is doing because he's behind cover at the edge of this turbine, which is just blowing air up into the room. And then Blood spins out and kicks Eric in the back, and he goes tumbling over the rail, and there's just this geyser of blood
Oh, son of a
that
bitch.
comes spraying up. Ho, 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 Joe! Merry Christmas! That was present number 2.
That was tacky.
Heretic's starting to get pissed off.
So the Vipers are going to be returning fire. We'll see which one of you they shoot at. They're shooting at Lizard Lips.
I'm dead.
So I'm treating them just as a group, and the others are just helping. You know, essentially, I'm rolling once, but they're going to upshift 1 from all the accumulated fire.
Okay.
I'm not going to roll 10 shots or. Well, roll to 1, Corey.
That does not hit.
Turns out. So it is Major Blood.
Wait, him throwing poor Patreon subscriber Eric Daniels into a turbine engine?
No, that was
wasn't
just
his turn.
That was Austin's failure.
Oh, okay.
So Major Blood's gonna shoot at Barge
Good
Hog or
job,
Heretic.
Austin.
I know.
Eric's gonna quit.
Kyle's getting tired of me being bad at this shit. Now it's starting to cost the lives of Patreon supporters.
You're usually really pretty well for Heretic. So,
Yeah, that's true.
so Major Blood is gonna shoot at Austin with his missile pistol.
That's a thing.
Hello. Is this made by Nerf?
Most G.I. Joe guns are.
By the way, the missile pistol is what Barge Hog
no.
calls his Harley.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were
It
going to
wasn't
say
that
it's
bad.
Thank God.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Well, he rolled a crit
Ooh.
on a 28.
that beats my toughness.
What is your toughness?
14.
So that's double.
It is. What
I
does
mean,
that
if
do?
you think about it mathematically, yeah.
Well, is
So
that
it does more
metric
damage.
or
So he crit, doubled. So you take 3 damage.
Okay.
How you doing there?
Well, Heretic passes out.
Major Blood raises this ridiculous looking pistol with a missile attached to it. That's what it's called. It's called a missile pistol. Fires. There's this huge blast where Heretic is standing. You guys see Heretic's body blown over the edge, just bloody and bruised. Slams down at the bottom of this generator deck.
hey, wait, that's my second favorite teammate.
Hey, Lizard Lips, you know what we need to do?
Kill.
Oh, we need to take these bitches on a sleigh ride, and that is sleigh spelled S-L-A-Y. We need to put them away in a danger. We need to take them to old little town of Beth by Kiss.
Jesus Christ.
That's what? Corey, it's your turn.
Okay.
I love Barge Hog.
And how far away from Major Blood am I now?
So Lizard Lips is on the generator deck. He jumped down.
Yeah.
So you're probably... he's on the other side of the turbine. 30 feet, run around.
Okay, Lizard Lips is going to spin another story point
Okay.
to add another piece of gear. What he's brought along with him is one of those flying squirrel suits, like Batman wore in the most recent movie.
Sure.
For some reason, he was bad at it, though. Lizard Lips has trained.
Wonder what he's
Right.
going to do.
Yeah, he's certified. He's got a Class D license.
Well, he could... if he had to, he could be an instructor. I do like how Corey apparently hoarded story points through the entire last couple arcs, and now is just
I
blowing
had
them
5.
on the Christmas one-shot.
Yeah. So Lizard Lips is going to run somersault through the air from the blast of wind generating from the turbines. He's going to outstretch his squirrel suit.
He's going to catch the updraft.
Yes. To blast himself at high speeds towards Major Blood to try to grab the detonator.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Is this acrobatics, I would assume?
I don't know what else it could possibly be.
Okay.
So it'll still be Major Blood's evasion, which is high, 23.
Okay. I'm going to roll, spin another story point to roll as a specialized.
Okay.
And I'm a D-12. And,
Nice. The air blasts you up as if you were carried upon the breath of President Hoover himself.
God, legendary breath from that man. Well, really, the D20 is the only one that matters, and that's a shit show. That is a total of 15. So I rolled a fucking 1 on the D20, but luckily, I still got more story points. I can re-roll a 1. But the other highest number I got was an 8, so...
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to spend another story point to re-roll this D20. And that is a 15, so 23 exactly.
Oh man. So you can describe it, Corey.
So Lizard Lips springs himself into the air, catches a huge blast from the turbine, and like a shot from a cannon, just blast towards Major Blood.
You can see his eyes widening as you approach.
His eye, he wears an eye patch.
Oh yeah, that's right. His one eye.
As he does so, he starts twirling, like spinning, corkscrewing towards him. And as he snatches the detonator off his hip, he gives him a little slap in the rump and says, Clean energy is good energy, sir. Hope if you ever make it to Maine, you can come by my house. I'll give you some of my famous apple fritters. There's many things to enjoy in the state of Maine, as I'm flying, by the way. Try our majestic blueberries. Anyway, take her easy, Major. I hope you die.
So Major Blood just here, and the detonator is gone from his belt.
Haha.
Barge Hog?
Barge Hog is going to puke over the side, and he's going to aim for Major Blood.
With his vomit?
Yes.
Okay.
Targeting.
Yeah, I mean, it does 1 gross damage.
Yeah. It's a D4. He rolled a 14.
Well, you vomit impressively over the side of the balcony. There's a very loud splatter. Major Blood dances out of the way. Looking around, the detonator in the hands of the enemy, vipers in pieces all around him. Major Blood flees.
Whew, man, I finally got up that damn seafood buffet I ate last night.
Oh, God.
The vipers start surrendering. They know which way the wind is blowing. And unlike a lot of other Joes, you guys have shown complete inclination to murdering them.
It's Christmas.
Barge Hog wants to interrogate them. He looks at them, the ones who surrendered, and he says, I got just one question for you fellas. Who was the hottest 80s Heather? Was it Thomas or Locklear?
I don't even think I can answer that one. That's a tough call.
A lot of vipers exchanging very worried looks beneath their visors. One says, the first one?
Thomas?
Yeah.
All right, you get to live.
All the others are, Thomas! Okay, so just for the sake of the rules, Austin is dead. So we're going to look and see what happens when you go to 0 health. I mean, I don't actually think you die, but... So damage isn't permanent. When a creature is reduced to 0 health, it is defeated, which can mean many things. In this case, it's definitely not going to mean death. Heretic is just critically injured and unconscious, but Barge Hog and Lizard Lips will get him back to the pit.
I'll rub some essential oils on you.
And Heretic comes to his senses in a hospital bed. They've wheeled him out into the hangar bay where all the Joes are exchanging gifts, drinking eggnog, and singing Christmas carols amidst F-16s, racks of missiles.
Weapons of war.
Barge Hog, let me ask you something.
All right, go right ahead.
Is that mistletoe I see up there?
No, that's a human toe. I took it off one of them vipers back there.
And everybody gets quiet as Duke stands on the top of a forklift. Says, Joe team, we've had a good year 2022. We killed a lot of cobras and a minimal amount of civilians.
Heretic just drinks his eggnog.
But cobra will always be a threat. At least according to our congressional briefings that we give every year that are totally secret because the American public doesn't know we exist.
Yes, they have WMDs, right, sir?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's yellow cake.
Yeah, everybody read the Bush administration intelligence files. Cobra's definitely a threat to a country with 20,000 nuclear warheads. But the important thing is that we have each other. We're a family.
Yes.
But, of course, if any of you break the chain of command, I will shoot you. Merry Christmas, G.I. Joes.
Ah, Merry Christmas to you. A Merry Christmas to you, Barge Hog. A Merry Christmas to you, Heretic.
Merry Christmas, Heretic. Merry Christmas, Lizard Lips. And I just want to say thank you to whoever it was who got me this brand spanking new Dean guitar for Christmas. I'm going to name this one Alexa Bliss.
Well,
that says, the tag on it says, from Chuckles.
Well, fellas, I hate to turn in early, but I've got to go do a little mouth time with my sweetie. Mouth time is not a horny thing. Of course, I'm talking about my sweetie, Molly Tom Bohannon.
Did she teach you how to FaceTime?
No, it's called mouth time because her FaceTime's broken, she said, so I can only hear her words. She sounds like an Armenian man. It's a strange thing. Of course, we never met in person, but that must be her Canadian accent. Anyway, she didn't ask for much for Christmas, just my credit card number.
Well, here, Lizard Lips, for your Christmas present, I got you the first season of the show Catfish.
You guys have a wonderful Christmas evening with the rest of the Joe team. And, of course, the next day, you go out and fight Cobra again.
Yay.
The end.
Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Yeah, so it's nice to jump back into the Essen system.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, that was fun.
G.I. Joe. So we're going to play we're definitely going to play G.I. Joe again. We'll rejoin Barge Hog, Lizard Lips, and Heretic, likely in the desert.
Brand new territory.
Well, I mean, I can't put it in the Arctic every time to cater to Heretic's rangery.
Yeah.
Well, he ended up getting a skill where he can be.
I can just treat any terrain
Yeah,
as specialized.
he's an expert.
I was an
Indeed.
expert in office warfare there for a little while.
Right, bakeries, monasteries. It doesn't matter. He's a
Although Kyle's upped the stakes this time. Every time I fuck up, a Patreon dies.
Well, that was just a Christmas special.
right.
Just more of a gift to me, really.
Right, sure.
But thank you to all our Patreon members. If you would like to die in one of our episodes
Be thrown into a turbine,
or get shot,
leaving behind 2 precocious orphans.
join our Patreon. You get access to exclusive episodes, mostly session zeros, though we have a couple of special fun ones in there.
Yeah, and we're at the end of the year. We're going to be talking about some stuff and trying to figure out some more cool stuff to do on the Patreon. Of course, it's finding time to do this is kind of a crunch sometimes, but
Especially around the holiday season.
for
Yes.
sure. But we've got some stuff we want to do, so we'll figure out more fun stuff. And if you have suggestions for Patreon stuff, we're more than happy to consider it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's a RPG you think we should play, please tell us. We've gotten a couple of listener suggestions that are in the mail, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just ordered.
Thank you to our sponsor, of course.
Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway in downtown Paducah.
Yeah, they don't celebrate Christmas. So if you go in there, do not tell them Merry Christmas. They will
Yeah.
kick you the fuck out. Hanukkah, anything. It doesn't matter.
Don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Don't even say December.
There's a wind turbine in the bathroom.
Tell me about it. But yeah, thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, or don't if you don't celebrate. I don't care.
At least get drunk.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening to Bastard Quest. We have had a lot of success, way more success than we really ever thought we would have in our first year.
And it's all thanks to all of you, not just our Patreon supporters, but all of you out there listening and just telling us what you think and writing us on Twitter or writing us a review on one of your podcast platforms.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did all the work, though.
Yeah, I knew we'd be great.
Thank you very much. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.